I don't get surrealist films. About like a month or two ago, I made a video on an Indian movie called No Smoking, which was, I think, India's first surrealist film directed by Anurag Kashyap. And I think I titled that video, I Don't Understand Surrealist Films. I watched the godmother of all surrealist films. I watched Mulholland Drive, Holland, I don't give a shit. I did not enjoy this movie because I watched this movie and I was like, man, so the people who enjoy these kind of films really don't like anything making sense in their lives, do they? This movie is so. I really don't want to shit on it, but I can't help but feel like maybe the whole idea of surrealist films is a bit obnoxious because you don't have a proper structure, and you can be like, okay, fine, you don't have to have a proper structure. It can be like weird different movies. It has no proper plot and you're like, oh, okay, it's fine because it's like, oh, it's like this weird thing where the plot is all shifted around. It has no proper understanding of its characters, and then you're like, okay, so there's no element which is holding it down at all. Okay, okay. And then people call it one of the best movies ever made. This movie is so highly rated. It is absurd. First of all, this movie feels very low budget. There is a random jump scare of this homeless person at a junkyard or a dumpster. I mean, the ending is bizarre as hell because it there's like old people shrinking in this movie. It's surrealist to the core, right? And I don't know, I what I am going to say is that surrealism and surrealist films are just a different niche of films, like a different kind of film, a different perspective, we'll just say. Because I'm not going to say just because I didn't like it or I didn't understand it, that means that's bad. Because, and see, that's the thing, that's one thing I can appreciate. I think this movie is bad, but I understand that's it's only because I am not enjoying it. I can tell that it has a certain vision it was made with. And David Lynch is considered like I think the godfather of like surrealist films. And this movie, god damn, is this his magnum opus of things which do not make sense? Like people who like surrealist films, what's wrong with you? Have you tried getting into normal stuff? Have you gotten bored of the normal stuff that you want to get into this? Because it's not even like absurd, it's just strange, it's weird. The plot twist is also like you don't understand the plot twist. You watch it and you're like, what's happening? And then by the time you understand, the movie takes a complete 180 and becomes batshit crazy towards the end, by the way. It's just, it seems like what surrealist films are is we're going to start at point A and we're going to end at point A. Nah, we're going to start at point A and we're going to end at point 7 because things just don't make sense. You're just supposed to accept that they don't make sense. And yeah, that's the whole essence of this film, essentially. There's a random point where it becomes very lesbian in the middle, and I'm like, fuck yeah, woman, but also, why is she fucking her? And what happened to that thing which you kind clearly hinted at being important? But guess what? That thing comes into play at the very end. But it's not even like Chekhov's gun because when it does come into play, it still doesn't make sense. It's a weird fucking film, and if for those of you who have watched the film, you'll know what I'm talking about because I don't want to like spoil it straight up and be like this happens, that happens, because I do think people should still watch, no matter what. People should watch this film because I have a strong feeling either they're going to be people like me who are like, why am I watching this? This was such a waste of time. Or you're going to be, and I'm in the minority here. You might be ending up in the majority where you're like, oh my god, this is wonderful. I don't get it. I really want to. I really want to understand what makes these films good because I still don't get